Alright, so what we're going to do now is do our demo reel stuff. In the 2520 folder of yours, make a folder called your last name underscore demo reel, and then drop in your stuff. So for 2520, oops, we have stills for all of our stuff, so we should have, by the time you're doing a demo reel, 3 stills for each one of your challenges. If you don't have a still, you didn't get to that, you didn't render it out, then just open the file, take a screenshot of it. We should have a still image of a Pokeball. We should have our 3D print model. We didn't render that out, but you can still take a picture of it. We have our 3D scan and fix from ZBrush. Again, you can take a snapshot, a screenshot of it. I'll show that how to do that. Your Unreal stuff, you should have 3 props that I showed you what to make, and then you have 3 props that you made separately. So at most, you should have about 6 snapshots from this. If some of them are bunched together, then obviously you can bunch them together. I'll show that. You should have a rendering for your Thor hammer, a rendering for your gears, and a rendering for your basic UVs. So drop each one of those into a folder here. Make sure that they are named with your name and what they are. So in this case, I would make sure it says Sarcona underscore landscape or whatever this assignment is. Okay. So drop all your stuff into that folder. You will be turning in this folder here, like actually turning that folder in, and that way I have all of your work plus your demo reels. So in After Effects, you're going to take all your work, and I'm just going to use these 2 images for now. The process is going to be the same if you have 2 or 200. One is a little bit longer. You drop them into After Effects. Make sure they don't come in as a sequence. So if I had this one called Portrait 1, Portrait 2, Portrait 3, then it would actually bring in each one of those sometimes separately, or each one of those sometimes together as a sequence. So just make sure that the icon looks like a still icon and not a movie. Cool. Then you're going to go up to Composition, make a new comp, 960 by 540. 960 by 540. Our stuff was not rendered out at that, so we'll have to scale things down. 2997 is fine. Duration, just for now, just type in 3000. And this will give us our comp. So, like I said, if you have 10 of these or 5,000 of these or whatever it is, just drop them down. Now, because our footage is, I got a button on here, let me turn that off. Because the image is bigger, I can zoom out just using my scroll wheel. You can see that it doesn't fit inside here. So I want to hit the letter S, and I want to scale it down to fit. Now, it's going to, let me just turn this off for a second. Just turn the one on. As I scale this down, you'll see that right here the sides fit, but the top and bottom don't. I want to keep scaling it until it fits inside here. Okay. If you need to, you can type numbers in. It's kind of hard to get it like right in that spot. It's like 16 is good, 17 is good. If I went to 18, it'll probably be off. No, it's actually like spot on. Okay, so in this case, 18% worked. So there's one. I'll just turn the next one on. And it helps to turn one off, then turn the next one on. And then I'll shrink this down until this fits. And again, just making sure that both parts are inside here. Maybe, yeah, it might be hard for you to see, but it's just a hair off. Yep, see, so that's like right there, 22.5. Okay, so I just hit S to hide those again. All right, so now they're on top of each other. They're all scaled. So what you would do is go through every one of your pieces, boom, 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 make sure that they're all scaled. Turn the eyeballs off, turn it on, oops, one at a time. Hit S, and then you can scale it to fit. So that part should be pretty straightforward. And then what we need to do is cut down each one of those. So I'm going to click on this thing here, which typically looks like that. So I'm just going to click on it and type in 300. And what that does is takes me to 3 seconds. So then I'm going to grab all my pieces. So I can marquee them, I can hit Control A, whatever I want. I'm going to use Alt and then the right bracket, and that will cut the layers right there. And then what I'm going to do is go to Animation, go to Keyframe Assistant, and say Sequence Layers. Now what this will do is in the order I selected these, it will automatically sequence these. So I'm just going to say Overlap. I'm going to say Crossfade. And I will have my crossfade be 15 frames. Okay, so I picked this one first, then that one. So what's going to happen now, if I zoom in right here, is we have the one image, and then it'll fade one off and fade the next one on. So it'll do that for each one of your pieces. So let me hit undo. I'm just going to duplicate this just so you can see that no matter how many pieces I have, it'll still work for that. So I grab the first one, shift click the last one, go to my keyframe assistant, go to sequence layers, overlap, 15, cross dissolve, okay. And then it cross dissolves each one. Okay, now this is just a straightforward demo reel. There's nothing fancy about it. There's no artwork or style to it. It just is what it is. Okay, so once we have this already lined up, all of our pieces fit. I can see that the bounding box for all of these pieces is inside this box. None of them are out here. None of them are stretched out in a way they shouldn't be stretched out. If I were to hit the S for scale on all these, each of them have the same exact number, 18, 18, 18, 18, 22.5, 22.5. There's no like, this is 18 and this is 12 or whatever. That would mean it's skewed. All right, so I only want to render out this right there. Okay, so I'm going to go to drag this little blue ticker to the end. I can hold shift and it'll snap. And then I'm going to hit the letter N. And then that cuts your footage. So you can hit the space bar, preview it. It'll be pretty boring. It's not anything crazy exciting. Now I'm going to go to File, Export, Add to Render Queue. And under the word lossless, you just click right on the word lossless. I'm going to change this to a QuickTime movie. Change my format options to H264. Make sure that that's chosen from the list. There's no audio, so this doesn't matter. I'm going to hit OK. I'm going to go to my output 2. I'm going to put this into my 2520 Sarcona demo reel and call it Sarcona _ demo reel. Sweet. Oops. For some of you in a specific class, and I guess we should all just do this, just 2520 demo reel. And if you really want to get specific with it, you can just put F17. That way you know like what semester it is, so if you ever need to kind of reference back to that. So Sarcona 2520 F17 demo reel, save, and then hit render. And then what this is going to do is go through and create that movie. And then obviously we should be able to watch that movie right here. Now, something to note, the size of your file, so this file, even though it's just white images, is 36 seconds long. It's 2 megabytes, not terribly big. If yours is a gig or 100 gigs, you probably did something wrong. It should not be like a crazy long size video, especially if we don't have any audio or other stuff. If you are in other classes, you can combine videos, so you just have one video for both classes. That's fine too. Yep, that's it. So demo reel, easy peasy.